financial education for youngsters. Old Mutual has embarked on a journey adventure that teaches kiddies the ABCs of money management, from saving secrets to smart spending tips. Financial knowledge is the aim to set them on the path to a bright financial future. To tell us a little bit more about financial education for kids, we've got Mariselle Stofberg, the Group Communications practitioner from Old Mutual. Mariselle, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited.
I'm happy that you're excited. Let's talk about money matters. Let's talk about money education. I think that's one of the most important things, skills that you can equip a child with. When we talk about financial literacy, it does tend to sound, kind of heavy. What exactly is financial literacy? How do we break that down?
Yeah, I think definitely looking at the concept of financial literacy, especially in our day and age, but also amongst kids, is so important. So a term that might seem a bit daunting is actually, in simple terms, it's your ability to understand and manage your finances effectively. So it's about making sure you have the knowledge and the skills to make informed financial decisions. So make decisions that will suit your budget and your wallet, but also make sure that you make wise decisions for your future as well.
Okay. I mean, I think when it comes to youngsters, they've got so many things that they're concentrating on, the latest trends and social media and their friends. They hardly spend any time thinking about financial literacy. So why is it so important for financial education for kids?
I think financial education is crucial when it comes to our children because it sets the foundation for their future financial well-being. So I think if we start teaching our children at a young age about money management, we empower them to make responsible financial decisions, but not just making the decisions, getting into the right habits when it comes to our money. And also for them to avoid pitfalls financially that we as grown-ups still struggle with every single day. So if we invest in making sure that's part of their growing up journey, we empower them for lifelong financial security.
As a finance expert, Mariselle, let's talk saving. I mean, I think as an adult, I know saving is going to be difficult for kids because it's difficult for adults as well. So take us through, some saving tips and saving stages that we should all be aware of.
I think when you specifically look at in terms of children and how we can teach our kids when it comes to these saving stages, you can kind of break them down in 3 stages. So you have your basic savings, then you have your goal-oriented savings, and then also you have your long-term savings. So when you talk about basic savings, at this point you teach kids the importance of setting money aside. So that can be something as simple as spare change in a piggy bank or having a little money jar. And you teach them from a young age to put these things in there. But even just apart from money, for example, if you get a snack, you teach your kids, don't just consume whatever you get immediately. Put it aside. Maybe a bit later you'll be a bit more hungry because we also don't know what our financial situations are, how much we are able to save. When you look at your goal-oriented savings, that is as your kids grow older, they start saving for specific goals. So you put a goal in mind, you help them establish that goal, whether it's a new bicycle or that cool family vacation they've all had in mind or that new gadget. And you teach them what they need to do to achieve that goal. So you set the goal with them, and then you help them save towards it. So that teaches them that discipline and patience, that it's not necessarily something that can happen overnight. But as you become in the habit of it, you can make it possible. And then, of course, the last one is your long-term savings. So, your children kind of transition into a teenager stage. It's essential to introduce long-term savings to them, like helping them open a bank account. Or, for example, Old Mutual has so many different investment options for you. So start saving towards your education one day for that retirement. If you start putting away even at $10 now, that can help you in the future. It's also like envision that car you want to drive one day, that university you want to attend, your first home, and enable them to start saving already from that young age.
Okay, so, I mean, I understand what you're saying perfectly well. Let's talk ages. I mean, obviously, you're not going to have a lot of luck trying to explain financial literacy and the ABCs of saving to a toddler. But from what age should parents really become serious about educating their children about being money savvy?
I think you can start as early as, like, even your toddlers, your 5-year-olds or your 6-year-olds. Like the example, if you take the example of a piggy bank, or you take the example of a cookie, giving your child that cookie and that can represent the money, and tell them you can choose to do either save it for a bit later, share it with your friend or your sister, or spend it at that moment. For example, now eating that little cookie that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start there and you help them grasp what it is it means to save, spend, and share, then as they grow older, they start understanding what money is. Help them understand that it's not just those little coins you hear in mommy or daddy's purse, but it's what is money? What can I get with it? What should I do to get it? And small, put that money jar aside, play grocery store with them so that they understand I have this amount of money. I want to buy a cool drink and I want to buy a bread. How much money do I need? So it might seem silly, but even a grocery game at home, you're the cashier, your kid is the customer coming in. Small games that can teach them the value of money. But I also think it's important, we need to understand that all our kids are unique and they're different. So this method might not work for everyone. So it's understanding what makes your kid tick, and also understanding attention span is always an issue. So understanding how long you have attention-wise to grab their attention, and then finding that little thing, that quirk that can help them set up their financial future.
But I think these are the basics. Hey, teach your child what is money, what is the value of money, what can money do for you, and how to make that money more. Am I correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
Definitely. And I think if we start breaking it down, it seems daunting. It's big words. What does saving mean? What does spend? Play games with them, because even with games, that's how kids learn. We all know the Coco Melon tune to the bits of our core if you have children at home, because they've been able to take concepts and turn it into a game or a song. So if we can do that with money, then we can change how kids see money and how they use money.
Any final tidbits or tips or advice or any words that you would like to leave with us?
I think the important thing is remember to make it fun. I think sometimes people have the assumption that finances and saving this, it's so serious. It's for the grown-ups. If we make it fun, we can break these biases or stigmas that people have about money. Even things like insurance or retirement, these are things that people might be, but it's just for older generations. But if you can start speaking in a lingo that kids can understand, young people can understand, tap into your Gen Zs and your millennials, then you can start breaking down barriers that have been so embedded in our society. And if we start from a young age, make it fun, enjoy the time, and also make sure it's things that they can understand. And we kids talk to them. Don't grown-up talk. Kids don't like grown-up talk. But if you talk to them in a way they can understand, then I think you're halfway there.
Mariselle Stofberg, the Group Communications practitioner for Old Mutual. Thank you very much for chatting to us this afternoon. Have a wonderful day ahead.